Hello and welcome to Conservanerd. How are y'all doing today? So, checking out online, I caught this Millennial Millie video, and this is absolutely stunning stuff. She was out in the public trying to capture some intelligent conversation, and she ran upon this fascist mon in the wild, in its natural habitat. This woman is unreal. I watched a little bit of the video, but for the majority of this is going to be the first time reaction. I got enough to realize that I need to stop what I'm doing and do a video on this, because this is what's wrong with the world today. And I could sit here and explain it to you, but why do that when she can explain herself in her own words? So here we go, the real fascist mon out in public. Let's see what she has to say.
Currently, in other countries as well as in New York City, they're making people use vaccine passports to get around. Like, you can't even go to a restaurant. You'll be pulled out by the police.
Right. I think
You will be pulled out by the police and arrested.
Good.
Can I make the decision?
I don't believe you can.
Good.
And because I think it's selfish.
Should this conversation be allowed on social media? Because I have to
You get it. It's selfish to go to a restaurant and eat. All right.
worry if I put this on social media that it will get banned because
Oh, I
we're
hope it
talking
does.
about it.
But it's allowed, but I hope it does.
And I
hope it does.
I hope it does. I hope you do get banned for talking to me. Hold on. This gets better.
And you would be being censored.
No, because I believe in life and I believe in democracy.
So this woman is encouraging the social media platforms to censor her speech and thinks it's good because she believes in democracy. Great content, Millie. Keep this coming. This is beautiful. All right.
I'm doing this disclaimer under coercion, given that censorship on social media has ramped up to such an extent that even having these discussions could get you banned or censored entirely off of these platforms.
Trigger warning. Do you accept it or not?
Viewer discretion is advised.
What you're about to see is in no way trying to influence somebody's decision to take the vaccine or not take the vaccine. This is a discussion about freedom of choice and free speech. What do you think about how on social media they've been banning, like they banned President Trump, and they've been banning other U.S. representatives. Like recently they banned U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor
I
Greene.
think it's fabulous. I think it sends a message that what they're saying, yes, freedom of speech, I'm all about it, and that's what we're all about in this country, but I think that there are limits, and I think that there are places that are dangerous, and there are roads that are very dangerous, and I think that
We're all about free speech here, but make sure it's gotta have its limits. Gotta have those limits for it.
exactly what you just mentioned. Both of those people, both Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene, went down very dangerous roads.
What was so dangerous about what she said specifically, Marjorie?
Biden tripped up the stairs, like going upstairs, So if we're gonna talk about people going on dangerous roads, I think Biden's got that one in the bag.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I find what she says is she's just looking for publicity and attention. She's going to say anything that is way out there that unfortunately, they're just words, and you say words can be harmless, but there are people out there that believe those words. And, history has showed us over and over again is when you have people in Congress or in, offices that will say things, people will buy into false information, and that's where the danger is. It's propaganda.
Right, but who gets to decide what's true and what's false? You see what I mean? Like, that's a slippery slope, because what if the people that are deciding what's true and false, what if they have bad intentions?
Okay, that's a really good point, because, the question is, I do believe that there are many areas where it's opinion, and it's hard, it's your opinion. We're all entitled to our opinion. But I do believe that there are things that are right and there are things that are wrong, and there are truth and there is untruth.
So everyone has a right to their opinions, but there are opinions that are right, that are wrong, and that some people have to have. This is the mental gymnastics you have to go through to take away and dehumanize someone to the point that you say that their rights do not matter. Like, you have to completely strip away any logic and be a complete self-serving narcissist for it to be okay to take away rights from someone. Like, this woman doesn't know why she wants to take away rights, but she wants to sound good about it. She wants to feel like, yes, I'm doing the right thing because it's right and it's wrong, and those people shouldn't speak.
And I think that it's very important to draw that line, and it's very specific. These people who have been shut out of Twitter and social media that are saying ridiculous propaganda things that, as history has showed us, has brought us to dark places with the propaganda and with...
Talk about standing on the lives of the dead. Like this woman's point is exactly what brought us to dark places in history. It's like, she is the reason history went to dark places. People like her, with thoughts like this, who think that other people do not have a right to have basic civil liberties and civil protections under the law. She brought history to dark places. That is the mindset that creates genocide. She's guilty of it.
Fascism and dictatorship.
But
her favorite things, by the way.
Isn't it fascism to be controlling what people can and can't say on social media?
No, because
Yes, it is, Millie. Yes, it is.
Is right and wrong. Back to your original question.
But what is right and, like, who decides what is wrong? You understand? Like,
obviously she decides what's right and wrong. No one else has that ability but her to decide what's right and wrong. There's that H&M sign again. She gets into a tirade on that. Wow.
Not like if Hitler had his own social media and he picked right and wrong and censored people that had a dissent.
They are.
Isn't that fascism?
Yes, and that's what's happening with Marjorie.
She agrees. Yes, it is fascism.
Taylor Greene and Trump, I do believe strongly that they are definitely on the same playbook.
Mousy, if I just add something.
If you open, they are with the...
Let your friend speak, dude. Like, you came out with this woman. Let her speak. Man, she really loves hearing herself talk. Kind of like me.
The blame goes, or not the blame, to social media. If you open Pandora box, you open it. You open it all the way. And whatever comes...
Who wants to bet she comes from a country that people like her destroyed? Just gonna say, like, she looks like, look at that. She looks like she's remembering. She's like, when my neighbors in my homeland talked like that, my people died. So I came to America. How did you get here? She...
out of the Pandora box, you have to respect. You don't want stuff from the Pandora box to be out, the good or the bad, what you believe in, what you don't believe it. Close the Pandora box. And what social media did, and we cannot selective now. We all went into this transparency. Everybody is out there to express, say whatever they want to say. You can't say, I'm opening the Pandora box here, but for you, I'm closing the Pandora box is out.
Okay, I'm going to give you a good analogy.
Basically, so
behind us, it says H&M. See it?
Look at her. So she's going to go and she's like, she cut me off. And that's like a Kamala Harris, I'm going to kill you look. I've seen that look before. Because what I think she just said, I don't know if Millie's going to get a chance, but she said that the Pandora box is open, so what can you put in the Pandora box and what can you not be out? But once the Pandora box is open, it's open. I think that's what I heard her say. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but it sounded like she was trying to counter her point and she's so dumb she doesn't know it. And so now she's interrupting, and she's white girl splaining to. Oh, she's Karen splaining. She's Karen splaining to us. This is. Watch how her mind works. Watch how brilliant lady.
As clear as day. An H and an and an M. Do we all agree that says H and M?
No.
Does that say
Yes.
H and M? Does that say H and M? Okay. Okay. So if somebody came here, Marjorie Taylor Greene or Trump or somebody said that does not say H and M. That is a SWAT sticker. That is a SWAT sticker. That is not H&M. That is a SWAT sticker, and they say it over.
A what?
SWAT sticker, like Nazi Germany.
Oh, swastika?
Which is black and red.
Right,
That is
Okay, follow along, guys. H&M is a swastika. This is what this lady.
a SWAT sticker. That is not H&M, and you respect that person. All of a sudden, your brain start thinking, "Gee, maybe that is a SWAT sticker. Maybe it is an H&M," and people start believing it.
But couldn't other voices say that's not true?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
H&M,
Of course.
and they could fact check them, and they could say, look, this isn't true.
That's what we're trying to do. But
So,
once it's in a
but you
certain
don't need to
percentage
ban
of
'em.
people's- Once it's in a certain percent of people's brain, and you have people of influence that are convincing you that it's something other than.
Look at her face again. She's like, why in God's name am I out with this woman? She killed my grandfather. Her and her kind.
What it really is, that becomes dangerous.
Okay, so now understand this. What if it was a swastika there, but you had one side, the side that controls the social media, saying no, that actually says H&M, and it clear as day is a swastika, and then you have people pointing out that it actually is a swastika being banned. You see what I mean? Like, should we be banning people?
We're not going anywhere here. Bottom line is, the people that you mentioned are dangerous.
Bottom line is, this woman thinks that certain people don't have the right to civil rights. And she believes that some people are better people than other people, and that some people are worse people based upon thought crime. All I'm thinking about right now is that look at that woman's face, because that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Why are they dangerous, though? Have they
Marjorie
killed
Taylor
anyone?
Greene?
Have they killed anyone? Like the people who have your same belief have killed people throughout history? Remember the dark days she was talking about? People with her fascist ideas? Like, she's covering her mouth.
Well, Trump is a mass murderer.
How did he murder anyone? Who is?
She's got this nervous twitch because she's trying to hide. She's like, I can't believe I'm with this dumb of a person.
He murdered?
Well, we knew we were going to have
She's like, are y'all just going to let her lie?
100,000 people dead from COVID. We now have about 850,000.
Oh, no. Yeah, this girl's smart. She knows what she's talking about. Man, I know it's good, with Millie getting good content talking to this lady, but man, I'd much rather hear what this woman has to say.
Dead from
Because
COVID.
there is dishonesty about COVID. I happen to be against vaccination. A little bit. I got the vaccine because I was pressured.
Must interrupt, my friend, because she has the wrong ideas.
I mean,
Social
I don't know if you've read
media.
There she goes, interrupting.
the news lately, but
So okay, wait. So you I noticed you bring up the swastikas analogy and fascism. Currently, in other countries as well as in New York City, they're making people use vaccine passports to get around. Like, you can't even go to a restaurant. You'll be pulled out by the police.
right, I think it's
You will be pulled out by the police.
Getting pulled out of restaurants by the belief and having passports. She said, I think that is a good thing. I think that's a good thing to have passports. Police. I don't know if y'all saw the video of the police harassing the young child because his vaccination status. And now look, this girl's done. She's. I don't think they're going to even be friends after this.
Police and arrested.
good. My husband is a doctor.
She's remembering her like childhood. She's like, but they asked me for my passports when I was a kid.
He runs
That's
hospitals.
Nazis. That's papers,
No,
please.
it's not. No, it's not. Wait a minute. If you drive,
No, it's not. Don't get in the way of my fascism.
Driving and you don't put a seatbelt on, and you get pulled over, or you drive drunk, is that okay?
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. We'll return to our program shortly.
These are important issues. The Nuremberg Code.
I do think everybody should have it,
But
just
it's
like all kids
forcing
had to get
me.
muscles
But
vaccine.
it's forcing
Yeah, but
me.
guess
It's the Nuremberg Code. That the reason why they set up the Nuremberg Code was because of what
This woman wants to fight now. She's like, screw this hoe. Cannot believe I'm going out to lunch and shopping with her. Like, she wants to fight. You can see it in her face. She's like, I'm done with this lady.
Dr. Mengele did.
Millie's got to have, I mean, she knows she's getting good content, but the patience, man. The patience.
What these horrible Nazis did, they forced medical treatments on the Jewish people in the concentration camp. It is a medical
This
treatment.
isn't a forced medical treatment that's going to hurt a human being. This is going to save lives. What he did, no, not maybe, yes.
How many
And wait a
died?
minute. In the hospital,
Never smoke crack, dude. Never, ever. Not even once. Not even once.
as we speak, I spoke to my husband this morning. He runs hospitals, Mass General Hospital, Brigham and Women's Hospital. 2% of the people that are hospitalized are the ones who are not vaccinated. I mean, who are vaccinated. 98% are unvaccinated. Only 2% are vaccinated.
I'm not sure if those
She's just pulling up numbers out her ass. She doesn't know.
statistics are accurate,
I
but
am
maybe
telling
for
you-
his particular hospital.
Nationwide.
Because I've known
Nationwide.
of a lot of people who've gotten vaccinated that got COVID and got sick.
Of course. And
They
guess
got
what?
the vaccine.
Of
And they told us,
Of course.
that this is going to help us not to get COVID.
No.
Originally.
No.
They did say that. We got the vaccine and then we wouldn't get COVID. And a lot
So now she's the thought police again. What you're saying is wrong, but if it's true, it's absolutely true.
of people got the vaccine and they still got COVID.
So science is about following the science.
Science is a practice.
Mousy, you're
Like how to sound so completely brainwashed. I love it, but science. Some of these people don't even know what science is. They don't even know that science is asking questions and allowing people to think and to speak and challenge ideas. That's science. She's just mad that people are talking. She's mad at freedom.
Your
science, lesser science, and Bob science is different.
If you don't get vaccinated and you get COVID, your chances.
So should they be able to take people?
Can I?
Millie, get me in touch with these ladies. I want a cage fight. Look at them. Like these two ladies, like squaring up, like in a cage fight. Winner takes all. These two, they're ready. Look at it right there.
Make the decision.
You can't. I don't believe you can
You'll get a cut. I promise, Millie.
because I think it's selfish. No, I'm sorry.
Why is it? No, it's not, because I can get sick. But whether I'm vaccinated or not, I'm not affecting anyone else.
Yes,
you know
you
that.
are,
No, I'm not.
100%.
Because she can be vaccinated and carry the virus. And she can be vaccinated and carry. So the chances.
You know why? You know why she can be vaccinated to carry the virus?
But she's
because yes, it will break through, and it's breaking
But
through
she can
because of the unvaccinated.
Maybe we don't know.
No, we know.
There's a lot we still don't know
I
about
know,
this
but
virus.
we know that Delta would not exist, and we know that Omicron would not exist if people were vaccinated.
But
This is
think of the
pandemic.
press.
No, that's not true. Viruses mutate. So regardless of whether people are vaccinated or not, it's still going to mutate. And they're still going to be in, again, the mutation sometimes makes the quote unquote vaccinations less, like with Omicron. They said if you're vaccinated, you're going to get Omicron, period. You know, like, because it changed. That's what it does. And that's like biology. Is that what was that called again? Science. Things change, they evolve. That's how like survival happens on this planet.
Precedent.
Unvaccinated.
Think of the precedent that is being set, though, when we ignore the Nuremberg Code. The reason they made the Nuremberg Code was because we don't want to have forced medical procedures on people.
One question.
We don't want to have forced medical procedures. This is what the Nazis did.
I know, you don't have to convince me.
This is not good.
I'm telling you, she probably grew up in some type of area where she came to America for a reason, and you could just see it in her eyes. She's like, this person is so ignorant.
You're probably not vaccinated.
But people are literally being
This conversation should be banned.
Right.
That's my question. Do
It
you think this
doesn't matter,
conversation...
Marcy, because you can
Randomly just put on a mask? Like all of a sudden, like, oh, I'm not wearing my mask. I need to be protected.
be vaccinated.
And get the virus, but guess what?
No,
You're not going to end up in the hospital.
So why do you care? No, but if I...
That's not true. I know people who are... I can't even talk about this online. I know people who have been vaccinated and have gone to the hospital, and vice versa, and like all of it. Like everyone just like people getting sick. This is what's happening.
I'm taking a risk.
My husband is immune compromised.
But you're vaccinated. You should be fine, right?
Should be fine.
I can still get it, but I won't end up in the hospital. Let me explain to you. That's an excellent question.
You admit that,
listen to me. Yes, I can still get it. Of course I can get it. We all know we can still get
You
it.
can get it from someone who was vaccinated and someone who wasn't vaccinated.
Okay, but listen to
Same.
me. Okay, but I am, because I'm vaccinated.
You're supposedly more protected.
She's squaring up. She's like looking her up and down. Like, can I take her? Can I take her?
Right?
Yes,
supposedly.
I'm definitely more protected.
So great for you.
Well, that's good for you.
And I have less of a case of it, so if I pass it on, it's going to...
I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'm not encouraging or discouraging anyone from any point of view that they have or what they choose. It should be between them and their doctor. This isn't about... this lady's just insane though. I'm literally watching this. I'm not showing this because I want to have the vaccine debate or anything. I just want to show this woman's mind and where it's at, because it says so much about so many people right now and what's going on in this time.
I'm not. No.
Science says it's the same load, even you're vaccinated or not
Can I
vaccinated.
tell you, this democracy is going down the tubes.
There's no
Karen-splaining. Cut her off. Karen-splaining.
democracy if you're forcing people to get medical
And then you'll tell me
treatments that they haven't chosen.
You'll see. I promise you.
Is it democracy to force somebody to take a medical procedure that they don't want?
It's a medical procedure.
It is. You're getting something injected into your body. You can't
Do you have processed
uninject it.
food? This vaccine is safer than eating processed food.
I don't eat processed food.
Well, do you breathe the air? Do you drink the water? Okay.
It's not the same.
Let's go. Come on. Out. Bullshit.
We agree to disagree.
Well, let me ask, but do you think this conversation should be allowed to be on social media?
Yeah,
Do you
should
think
this conversation be allowed? Should be allowed, because the problem is people are trying to have this conversation.
Taylor Green is saying
No,
should not be.
This.
Should this conversation be allowed on social media? Because I have to worry if I put this on social media that it will get banned because
Oh, I
we're
hope
talking
it does.
about it.
But it's allowed, but I hope it does.
And I
hope it
But
does.
then you would be being set.
There we go. I mean, Karen explained it all. She hopes other people's rights get taken away from them, and that people who disagree with her shouldn't have the right to speak. She literally just said that.
Censored.
No, because I believe in life, and I believe in democracy, and I believe in keeping people healthy. And I will tell you this: the hospitals are being overwhelmed
She doesn't believe in anything.
right now.
No, that's
So-
not
no,
true,
it is
Marcy.
absolutely true. I have a husband who runs hospitals.
Cases are high, hospitalization you go. Read the New York Times, what he was saying lately about cases in Florida. It's the highest cases of people are
I
getting
flew in
COVID.
last night.
You know that this is an mRNA vaccine. It's experimental. Right.
He's a brilliant
And I'm sorry I
doctor.
took it.
You regret taking it?
I do.
Right.
But I had to take it. I got COVID. I got COVID
His
in
children, her
February.
children wouldn't see her until she did.
Yeah, so I got COVID, but I have a right to decide what I want for myself.
No,
What if
No, you don't have the right to decide.
about the people that have naturally had natural immunity?
Do you have a right to drive drunk? Do you have a right to drive without
Okay,
a
so
seatbelt on?
here's an example. like over a year ago, I'm pretty sure I had COVID. And I know people who have had it, verifiable had it.
Yeah.
Because they've had it, their body has natural antibodies. They have a natural immunity. Natural,
plenty of them.
right? Natural immunity is superior to vaccine immunity. Every medical person, ask your husband.
No, 100% no.
Natural immunity is better than a vaccine immunity. It is a
It
fact.
doesn't last as long. No.
No, it is
My
better.
husband, who's a famous doctor. Let's go, please.
Marcy, the T cell.
She's like, oh, let her go. She will not let her go because she's like, you just said a bunch of bullshit. You gotta fix this. Like, my friends are gonna see this and have me, but he listen to you. Let's go, please. I'm offended because people are asking me things and I don't want them to have rights.
Cells are staying
No,
forever.
no. It's
Ask Les.
Les will say to me,
You have full spectrum immunity,
Les said,
full spectrum
"There's nothing
antibodies.
against the vaccine. Nothing.
You get full spectrum antibodies when you get it naturally versus the
You're
vaccine.
not a
So
doctor. Do you run a hospital? Did you go to hospital?
I've done research. I know my research.
That's okay.
Come on,
Let's
go.
finish it nicely.
No, I don't want to because
let's
no,
finish it
I
nicely.
no. My husband runs hospitals.
Because you're a fascist. You don't want to be nice.
He
I
works with.
Look, I think nobody likes COVID. Nobody wants anyone to get sick.
We just want
It's
to have
just
more
a-
science and more
It's
data.
about freedom and rights.
No, it's not. If,
You know?
if we
'Cause what if
all
it's
got
something else?
vaccinated, we would not have Delta, and we would
They're gonna fight. I swear to God, they're not friends after today. Like, this is the end of their friendship. You can see her eyes.
not have Omicron. Period.
That's not
End of-
true. We're still
100%.
getting
We
it.
would still have it.
Marcy, we are getting it.
There are. What about Israel? Israel has the highest percentage of Yeah, that's wonderful. I love Israelis. Israel has the highest population of people that have been vaccinated,
They're
yet
very
they
sick.
still are getting COVID.
They're very
So
sick, and
right,
I talk
wait.
to people.
But if they had
We were talking about literally my people and my home, and she's gonna Karen explain. Like, this woman knows. Like, I believe it's mandatory out there. That's why it's the highest number. I think only the people with medical. I don't know. I should definitely look it up. But from my understanding, the most vaccinated country in the world is Israel. And if you are from Israel, you obviously know people in Israel, so you're hearing stories from there. This woman has real life experience and information and knowledge and wisdom, and this girl is just repeating what she hears on CNN. Like, this is the what's going on today. The people who understand and people who just repeat the mockingbirds.
Pfizer, which isn't as good as Moderna, but they had it, no hospitalizations. Then 3, 4 months, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, all of a sudden the hospital started getting flooded, so they had to have a second vaccine. Now they're getting boosted, now they're getting a fourth
So
booster.
this is something that, see, the problem is
You need the vaccine.
the vaccines are not guaranteed. They're not perfect. They're not perfect and they're not guaranteed.
They're not getting vaccinated.
They know.
How do we know?
Because
How many studies have been done? Usually when there's a vaccine, a vaccine has been studied for years and years and years before it's released and put into the public. This vaccine came rapidly, and it's not even a normal vaccine. It's an mRNA gene therapy vaccine.
First time in history.
mRNA gene therapy is
You
new.
are not a doctor, you do not go to
Do you know what mRNA gene
You
therapy
do not have allowed to have an opinion. You are not a doctor. You can't speak.
is?
First time in history that
Do you know what mRNA gene therapy is?
She literally this woman has researched so she could do her job, and this woman just said, you don't know what you're talking about. And all she did is say absolute facts, gene therapy, mRNA. I've done the same with my dad. I try to bring up the mRNA and the gene therapy, and it's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I do, because I've got Google, and I can look things up and read what is an mRNA. You know what? The government has put out tons of information on the like COVID.gov or whatever. You can go there and you can get information because they want people to be informed and you know, to whatever they want. But it will literally tell you what an mRNA vaccine is on the government website. I've been there. And I will quote it from that, and people look at you like you're crazy because they want to believe what they're told and not what's real.
That's not
Well, I mean,
Marcy.
but you don't know who we
are either.
But you know
First
that
time in history. an unauthorized vaccine was mandated
Right.
on masses of people.
Exactly. Which is the concern. It's like it was still experimental at the time. So when they were
Woman is freaking out over there, like literally freaking out. Like this is what do they call that when you realize that your framework is breaking and you just have like a crisis of consciousness.
Meant to be, obviously, you can see.
and look, this is what's American.
Wait, you talk about Israel, that's a perfect example. They got vaccinated, no hospitalizations. Within 6
They're
months,
still getting COVID though.
of course they are.
Because the vaccine doesn't hold, Marcy.
Yes, it doesn't hold, so then they found out they
So
needed
every 2 months.
It mutates rapidly. By the time you've injected that version of the COVID vaccine into your body, it's already mutated. It's already mutated, and there's a different form in circulation.
what's your
You
name?
can't get ahead of
What's
it.
your name?
My name is Millie Weaver.
Millie Weaver.
Yeah, you can find me on millennialmillie.com or Millennial Millie on
Nice to
YouTube.
meet you.
It's not nice to meet you. Let's
No.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Okay, well, I
Okay.
appreciate
I don't hold anything you've said against.
I do hold against the
Okay.
information that you have that I think is harmful. I'm sorry.
But
Not you
Marcy-
personally.
Well, you can have that opinion, and I respect your opinion.
Respect it.
That's
You know
fine.
how I feel about it.
All I know, you talk
And
about
we're
Israel.
still friends.
They got vaccinated, no hospitalization.
still
Then
have
realized
high rates
people
of
land in
COVID,
the
though.
hospital, we need another vaccine.
We don't
They
know
give another
much
vaccine.
about
No
it.
one's in the hospital
Right.
anymore.
And I think
So
that-
now we know we need a fourth booster.
But
This
because-
is
And then a fifth booster, and then a sixth booster, and a seventh booster. You know what
I
I mean?
think it's up to the
So you
individual.
better go listen to
What if
Marjorie
they-
Taylor Greene and
What if they
Trump.
mandate every single like couple months you have to
I'm glad this woman got a chance to talk because she definitely looked like she had a lot to say, and her friend is just acting a damn fool. But I'm glad that she got her chance to get her 2 cents in because she's a smart lady, and yeah, good interview.
get a new vaccine or shot just to go to a restaurant, just to get groceries at the store.
The young kids.
Yes, I do
My
think-
granddaughter,
if-
she's
if-
12
if
years
Kevin was
old.
here today, he should be
She's going to get vaccinated, the
His
booster.
Right.
propaganda should be banned. Yes. Yes. Should they be banned?
What about the propaganda on the TV though?
What propaganda? Oh, you mean on Fox?
There's propaganda on television. There's propaganda everywhere. So people should have free speech so that we can have freedom of expression and we can root out the
That
propaganda.
are going to believe bogus things, and people are profiting from the bogus things that they believe in. It's
Marcy, when I was
dangerous.
when I was
You know
young,
what? I don't want to live in Nazi Germany.
I had an
I don't either.
Yes, she does. She has literally spent this entire interview saying that she wants all of the things that were in Nazi Germany were a good idea. She spent an entire interview saying that fascist ideas are good, and now she's saying I don't want to live in Nazi Germany. Like I can't have my way, I don't want anyone to have their way. This is just mental delusion. You could see her like falling apart. Like, she's over here, she's just running around, she's trying to get away. She's like a scared chicken back to the corner, like fighting for its life against a dog or something. Just like, and look at the way she's looking at Millie. Like, Millie's such a sweet person too. I've never met her, but she seems a very nice person. Seen her in a lot of videos. So let's get back to this.
I do not either. I'm German and
All right. I just wanted to do that one lady's video. You could go watch the rest of this. It's Real Mass Karen of West Palm Beach. But what an interesting, bizarre woman. And this is what people think today. Like, this is why it's so bizarre to live right now, because you're like, where's your brain at? Like, where this lady has literally been like, all this pro-fascism stuff. Whole time, pro-fascist, I don't want to live in Nazi Germany. But she wants all of the policies that went on there to be there and to be true here. So, think for yourself, man. God, dude. I've seen all this stuff now. It's like getting mad at the do your own research people. But like, what? Like, you need to do, because otherwise you're going to be dumb like this lady, and you're going to look like an idiot when your mouth opens and words come out, because you're just psychobabble. Like, this woman thinks she's a good person for hating people and thinking that people should have papers, a passport to travel freely, and that certain people shouldn't be allowed basic human rights. Like, that's a one big thing with me. I've had a lot of different disagreements, but when we can disagree on basic human rights, I know that that was the argument of the immigrant scandal, that like we can't agree, but like that was literally the Democrats were doing that. Like, it's a bad thing, but it was like everyone, the government sucks and they did bad things. The Democrats did it, the Republicans did it, and then Trump tried to stop doing it, and now we're doing it more than we've ever done it before. But what I'm getting at is that people have human rights, basic human rights. If you don't agree or you think that certain people should not have rights, can't even have a conversation. We can't hold a conversation. There's nothing in common that I even, like, I'm not going to come to common ground with a person who doesn't believe other people don't have basic human rights. And I'm not talking about made up rights and extra rights or special interest rights. I'm talking about basic human rights, speech protection, freedom, movement. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. It's been fun. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will talk to you soon. Text server nerd out. Let's see if I can do this. All right. Peace.